All right, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be going over our 2024 Black Friday Cyber Monday email marketing guide. And the whole point of this video is so that you don't have to scramble the week before Black Friday Cyber Monday trying to get some emails out. We want to be prepared, and we want to make sure that this sales season, you're going to be maximizing as much revenue as possible. So here are just some results from last year. As you can see, this brand did around $164,000 in their total revenue. And from emails alone, we brought in around $56,000. So the reason why I wanted to show this one specifically is because if we go 2 months earlier, back in September, they had no email marketing set up. They had no flows. They had a huge list that just were inactive, and they only were at $67,000. So then within those 2 month period, we added around $100,000 to their overall brand's revenue, and around $51,000 of that was coming in from their email marketing. So one thing that I want to really engrave in your heads is that you don't want to leave email marketing on the back burner this Q4. As you can see, I made this little graphic where most people, most brand owners just focus on their paid ads, so like Meta and Google or even TikTok, and they just leave email marketing on the back burner. It's not the main course. It's just like a little side dish for them. They want to focus on these two main dishes, but they don't really realize that email marketing is probably one of the most profitable channels for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. And I'm going to be diving into this video on why that is and how you could do it for your brand. So what we're going to be going through is why email marketing is so important this Q4, how to prepare during Q3, which is right now, the in-depth Q4 strategy. And at the very end of this video, I have 2 special bonuses for you that you could use as a resource for your email marketing. So first, I want to go over why email marketing is even important this Q4. And the main reason for that is because email is a lot cheaper than paid ads. So if we think about it, running ads is inevitable. You have to do it. You can't scale without them. You want to be reaching a new audience every single day. But your competitors are also going to be running paid ads. Your customers are going to be flooded with thousands of sort of ads on their social media feed. They're just going to be bombarded with that. So you're just going to be sort of inside of that little fluff. So the only way that we could really stand out is by being in your customer's primary inbox. The reason why I say that is because your competitors are also going to be sending out hundreds of emails as well. Your customers are going to be getting hundreds of emails per day, and they're all going to be landing in that promotions tab. So if we're able to get in that primary inbox, we're going to stand out so much more. On top of that, email marketing is a fraction of the cost from paid ads, and it's so much more predictable because you can control every part of your email marketing, from the deliverability, from who you're sending it out to. You know who exactly you are sending these out to. You know if they have purchased before, you know if they added a cart. You have all this data that you can just control, and you don't have to worry about Meta having a random update the week before, or even elections that will just skyrocket your cost per acquisition. So that's the other thing I wanted to get into. 2024 is an election year. And as you can see, the projected ad spend from these politicians is going to be around $15 billion across Meta, Google, TikTok. And that just means that your cost per acquisition is going to rise up just because they're eating up so much of this sort of bubble of the Meta ad spend and all of the other paid advertising tools. Also, this was projected by Axios. So if you want to check that out, you could search that up. But this just basically means that your cost to acquire one customer is just going to skyrocket. So the best way to work around this is by building up an email list, warming them up, and then getting them ready for your Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals. Now I want to dive into the Q3 prep. So this is the most crucial part of your entire email marketing strategy to prepare right now. And the reason why I say this is because the more you prepare, the more revenue you're going to make. So we're going to cover how to focus on your deliverability, the offers you should be making, as well as the content you should be sending right now before Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So the most important part is your deliverability. Now, this is the most boring part of email marketing that gets overlooked a lot. But if you have poor deliverability, then you're just not going to make any money with your email marketing. Because if you think about it, if you have low open rates, low click rates, high spam and unsubscribe rates, then no one is going to be reading your emails and even clicking on them. Then you're not going to be making any revenue off of it. So with every brand that we personally work with, we want to ensure that we have a minimum of an 80 plus deliverability score. So we want to have the open rates good and the click rates specifically, and also just keeping the bounce rates, unsubscribe rates, and spam complaint rates to a minimum. Next point I want to make is standing out in the inbox one more time. So if you're able to get into that primary inbox, you're basically going to win Black Friday, because most of your competitors are going to be landing in that promotions tab. And once again, they're going to be getting, your customers are going to be getting hundreds of emails per day during Black Friday, Cyber Monday. But only about 10 or 20 of those 100 emails are going to be landing in that primary inbox. So this goal during Q3 is to not hurt your deliverability at all and make sure that you're not landing in that promotions tab, or even worse, a spam folder. And how do we actually have good deliverability? Well, one of the first ways is to clean your list. So I had this whole video going over how to set up a segment to clean out your list. But the simplest way is to go into Klaviyo, list and segments, create a new segment. And then from there, you just want to set up this segment right here, which is basically saying that when somebody has received an email 5 times over all time, and they haven't opened or clicked on an email 0 times over all time. So basically, these are people that are on your list. They have received your emails, but they are just not even opening them up, which just means that they're inactive and you're paying for them with your Klaviyo subscription. So I have this entire doc in the description below, which you could see this video on how to set it up properly. And then the next way to actually have good deliverability is by setting up your dedicated sending domain, which I also have a video going over. I just don't want to go into the weeds of the DNS records and setting everything up in the back end, but you could just watch this video right here. It's about 1.5 minutes, I believe, which goes over the entire process. The next way to prepare during Q3 is by only sending out to your engaged list. So this is basically a portion of your email list that is the most active with your brand. And the reason why we are sending emails out to this is because these are, once again, they have engaged with your brand in some sort of way. They have opened your emails, clicked on them, or even purchased, which basically means that these people have a higher chance of opening up your emails and actually engaging with them, which is going to boost your deliverability. So how do we actually set up this segment? Right here, I have this little image. Once again, all you have to do is go into listen segments, create a segment, and then just have this criteria right here. And this is basically saying that this person has opened an email or clicked on an email or placed an order, started checkout, or even added a cart in the last 90 days, and they can receive email marketing. So as you can see, once again, we're just trying to hit the most active people and the most engaged people with our brand. And then right here is a simple sort of setup guide on how to actually do that. And then you're going to have this doc as well, which is going to be a segmentation master sheet, which this is not only for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. This is just for your overall year on how to send out your email campaigns. It goes over the engaged segments, the lapsed customers, the new customers, your win back segments, and all that sort of stuff. You could find that in the doc, which is going to be linked into the description of this video. And then next, I want to get into the offer building. So I would recommend to do a dollar off or a % off. And the reason for this is because when it comes to BFCM, you want to keep everything simple. You don't want to have volume discounts and all that sort of stuff where people have to be like, okay, like, do I have to add 2 products or 3 products to my cart to get this discount? Now, your brand probably has a particular offer that has worked very well in the past, and I would just suggest using that one for your Black Friday, Cyber Monday as well. Now, next, I want to be diving into the content that you should be sending in Q3. And this is basically going to be trust building emails and mainly life tips. This is basically, if you want to do some product focused emails as well, you could do that. But I would combine these two, and I'll go into how to do that in a second. So these trust building emails, some examples are going to be like us versus them, basically showing off how you're different from your competitors. Review emails, increasing your social proof, objection handling, common myths. These are kind of similar. And then testimonials as well. For life tips, we basically want to grab your products and have sort of some topics around that where we can talk about it with our email list and sort of engage them with it. So for example, if we had a dry shampoo product, we would send out an email basically saying that this dry shampoo will add volume to your hair. We dive into how it will do it, and then we'd plug in our products. So we're basically combining the life tip as well as a product highlight. The next is going to be like 5 tips of feeding your dog new food. This is basically like objection handling plus a product highlight, where we're going to dive into the tips and tricks on how to feed your dog new food, obviously, and then plug in our product. And then you could just take a look at some of these other ones right here. And the main reason why we're doing this is because we don't want to send out any sale campaigns during Q3 because we want to prime these people up and get them ready for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So this is a great way to start making your content and just start revolving it around these sort of topics right here. Now I want to dive into the juicy part of this video, which is an actual Q4 strategy that we're doing for our clients. And I'm going to be diving through every single step of the process. So the first one, which I just want to go over really quickly, is a simple equation for success. So if you have an engaged email list plus great deliverability, you're going to be making a ton of money this Q4. Now, this is not financial advice, but I'm just saying that in the past few years of us doing Black Friday, this is not our first rodeo. With having an engaged email list plus that great deliverability, we've just seen great results for all of our clients. And one other thing, that during Black Friday, Cyber Monday, most consumers have FOMO, or the fear of missing out, which basically means that consumers feel kind of obligated to spend money during Q4, whether that's something that they've been wanting for a long time or something cool that they find online. They feel like it's okay to spend their money during this time. They won't really feel anxious about spending their money because they see everyone else doing it around them and they just want to be a part of that crowd. So they are more likely to spend during this Black Friday, Cyber Monday season. And that's why it's the biggest sales season of the entire year for basically all e-commerce brands that we have worked with. So here's the high level view of this entire Q4 strategy. So first is going to be gathering data. And we start by building out an irresistible offer by using the data from our list and our customers. Next is going to be building out an email list using paid ads. After that is going to be building up hype, getting them anticipated for that Black Friday, Cyber Monday. we're going to be giving out early access deals to our VIP customers. So these are people who have purchased 3 or more times on your site, or even 2 or more times depending on your AOV, and they'll just get early access to your sale. And then after that, we obviously have the Black Friday week, the Cyber Monday period, and then lastly, we have the last chance emails as well. So first, we're going to be going into gathering the data. So Q4 is going to honestly just be horrible for you if you don't have 2 offers ready for your customers. Just because we want to be hitting as many groups in our email list as possible. Maybe somebody wants a discount site-wide, and maybe somebody wants $1 off on a certain collection on your site. And during this process, we're basically going to learn what they really want. And the way that we're able to do this is by creating a survey on a Typeform or a Google form with the following questions, which basically goes over what offers would you like to see this Black Friday? What products are you most interested in grabbing? Or you can even do collections here as well. And are you buying for yourself or even holiday shopping? So this will just give us a better understanding of what our customers are really looking for. And you could even use these insights for your paid ads as well. So this is a great way to really maximize your revenue during Q4 because you're giving your customers an offer that they really want. It's not just going to be some random offer that they just see from a random company. You're asking them. It makes it a lot more personalized. And then you're just delivering that discount to them. Now, the next part I want to go over is a list building hack with paid ads. So what we want to do is we want to run paid ads with a small budget that's going to a form. We want to create an incentive for them to join, something like sign up for early Black Friday deals or get early access to Black Friday. We want to create a list on Klaviyo, and you can name it whatever you want. I'd suggest naming it something simple like BFCM list, and then you'll be able to connect the form from your paid ads to this list, which will help us have a broader audience for when we're trying to market everybody during this Q4. So once you have created this list and people are actually joining it, what you want to do is you want to take these opt-ins from this paid ads list and put them inside of an email flow. And the whole goal for this flow is to prime them up and get them ready for the BFCM week. And we just don't want them to join an email list and just not get anything at all. We don't want to ghost them. We want to provide some value for them and just get them primed through an automated email sequence. So what we're going to do is the email number 1 inside of this flow is going to be letting them know that they have the first dibs on the deals. This is basically going to give them that VIP sort of feel. Next is going to be building up some hype. So just getting them ready, be like, hey, we're super excited. We have something sort of really good plan for you. All of that sort of stuff, just getting them ready for BFCM. And then lastly, the last email in here is going to be a plain text email coming from the founder, basically just saying, once again, like, stay tuned for our deals. They're just around the corner, all that sort of stuff. Now I want to go into actually how to build hype in your emails. So it's going to be getting your list excited about your deals, which is going to be the best way to prime them up for Black Friday week. And here's some content ideas that you could just share with them. And the first one's going to be gift guides, survival guide, a don't forget it and mark it in your calendar, which what you're able to do, you're able to create a calendar invite, attach it to your email. People are able to click on it and then add that event to their calendar. So they're really not going to miss your Black Friday discount whenever it launches, just because people who check their calendars all the time, they're obviously going to see that there. And anytime I get a notification from my calendar, that's really just stands out from all the notifications that I get as well. Early Black Friday deals, and then what's on your list, basically getting people to check out some of the products that they're looking to buy, and then getting them ready to buy during that Black Friday week once the sales have sort of dropped. Now, 2 days before your Black Friday sales launch, we want to give access to your VIP customers, people who have purchased 2 or more times or 3 or more times, depending on the AOV and the way that your sort of brand works. And we want to also give early access to that paid ads list that we created earlier. Let them know that they actually have the first access. This will really give them that VIP feel. And we really want to sell that idea to them in this email. And we also want to do plain text emails because those actually have a huge impact rather than design-based emails, just because it makes it feel a lot more personal. It's going to be directly from the founder. So once again, it's going to make that personalized look and make it seem like, hey, this is not that big of a company where they're sending out those design-based emails. The founder is actually messaging me personally, telling me that I have early access to these deals. And on top of all of that, it's just better for deliverability because plain text emails outperform design-based emails by a mile. Now, finally, it's Black Friday week. Basically, this is just a volume game. Whenever that first discount goes out live, you just want to start sending out 1 to 3 campaigns per day, going over all the products and collections that you have. Always exclude purchasers, just because if somebody has purchased your discount and you keep reminding them to buy more, they're going to get pretty pissed off. We don't want to do that. And then on top of that, every single day till the very end of your sale, we want to be sending out 1 SMS text per day. And one trick for these emails as well as the SMS is that you don't want to be sending at the beginning of the hour. So what do I mean by this? Most brands, what they like to do is they like to send at like 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m. But if we're able to stand out by sending out at 10:15 or 10:30, then most brands are not going to be doing that. And your customers are not going to be getting as many notifications. So your emails are going to stand out a lot more. So that is one simple hack that we like to use during this Black Friday week as well. Finally, we have Cyber Monday. So this is basically going to be continuing to run the same offers just throughout Cyber Monday as well. Run some last chance deals to increase the urgency and continue to include your purchasers in the last 10 to 14 days, just because once again, we don't want to sort of retarget people who have already purchased during Black Friday. Now for the first special bonus, I want to give you this Q4 email calendar that I personally had come up with. This basically goes back all the way from July of this year all the way up until December, has a bunch of different content ideas on what you can send out, including those Q3 email preparations, as well as the Black Friday week and what type of content you should be sending out there. Once again, this entire document that I just went over will be in the description, so you'll have access to this as well. And then finally, the second special bonus that I wanted to go over is a 60 plug and play email design template, because one thing I've heard from a majority of e-commerce brands is that they want to have properly designed emails that are sort of reflecting on their brand's identity, but they just don't know how to design, and they don't have the sort of bandwidth in the capital to have a design team. So what I was able to do is I had our design team basically come up with these plug and play templates where you could just change the text, add your images, and you'll be able to have a fully designed email in less than 5 minutes that's ready to go out to your list. Now, I hope you're able to find this video beneficial and informative. I really just wanted to help out those brand owners that just have a lot on their plate and they don't have enough bandwidth to actually go through and just schedule and prepare everything properly for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. I want you guys all to succeed during this sort of sales season. Now, if you still don't have enough time, even after giving all the resources that I have in this video, and you want us to strategize your entire Q4 for you, all you got to do is schedule a call below, and I'll do that for you for completely free. All we got to do is just hop on a call. It's completely free once again. I'll just learn a little bit more about your brand, learn about the offers that you guys are trying to run, and I'll strategize an entire calendar for your brand for completely free. So all you got to do is click that second link in the description below. And yeah, hope you have a great rest of your day.